That's what's up. Well, so I just want to check with you beforehand. You said whichever one works. So you don't care if I record it. Do you care if I stream this then? Or would you rather I not?
No, I don't care.
Okay. One second.
I guess the only thing I need to let you know of
I'll
in
stop.
advance.
Yep.
Oh, I mean, I don't care if you stream this part, but
Okay.
the only thing I need to let you know in advance is that I don't necessarily live alone, so like I might get interrupted at any time.
That's fine. I don't live
So
alone either.
I might have people banging on my door. My roommate might show up. I have people like adjacent to me. I'm in the barracks, so people are loud. So it shit happens. My noise canceling can only do so much.
Like Eric says in the military?
Yeah.
Oh, I had no idea. You said something about you had a job or something that like a new job. I guess I just thought of
Oh no,
regular civilian employment.
I'm just a new shift. My job hasn't changed.
Gotcha. Huh. That's really interesting. I wouldn't I don't know. I guess I'm always surprised when I find out somebody's in the military when I didn't know ahead of time. Well, yeah, that's not a big deal. So usually I have things written down ahead of time, but I wasn't going to tell you no. So you have you're the reason why the Discord exists to begin with at all, right?
No, it existed before.
Oh.
I just asked for if there was one. I DM Mr.Girl. I asked him if there was a Discord, and he was like, "Yeah," and he invited me. And there's only like there's like less than 100 people.
That's honestly more than I would have expected before he started streaming. That's pretty good. If you're like, I mean, obviously less than 100 could be as little as 2, but like saying like, you know, probably in the vicinity of 100, but less than.
My memory's not good. I don't remember. I just know it was less than 100.
Gotcha. Oh, maybe not put that there. Okay. Yeah, that's really weird. Yeah, I always assumed that you were the owner of the Discord, but I think I only heard Mr. Girl talk about it like one time. So I assume you've been following Mr. Girl since before, like way before streaming then, yeah?
Yeah, I found out about him during the Cuties review.
Sure.
And I just found it really it was like almost that video was almost traumatizing, but I was like just as like fascinated with him.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything about it at all until after he started streaming, which is weird because I feel like I should have. And I didn't hear about him at all until like streaming, and then I was like, oh man, I feel like I missed out on my chance to be like more engaged with the content, but that really wasn't the case. He's pretty engaging still. And so how old is the Cuties review? Like a year before?
I don't have the months ingrained in my brain. I couldn't tell you. I just know I've been doing this for like 6-7 months, something like that.
Gotcha. Okay. You modded other Discord servers before that?
Never.
Oh wow. I think you're doing a pretty damn good job then, man. Seem to have a good sense of responsibility of
some people will say that.
In all fairness, as much as I love Mr. Girl, and for the most part, like the community that shows up on YouTube, there are a lot of people in the Discord are fucking wild. I'm not surprised. Basically, I'm just not surprised at anything that gets said at any point in the Discord. Obviously, I don't mean like people are like evil or like bad, but everybody's really rambunctious in there. Well, a lot of people are really rambunctious in there. So I think you could do everything right, and you'd still have 20 to 30 people seething decision. Basically, anytime you do your job, you're gonna have people like really pissed off.
Do you need this bus
Yeah.
home seat?
I'm just doing my best, you know. I don't. I try to please everyone to an extent.
Uh, I think I picked up on that too. When I read some of the stuff, you seem really concerned about or let me put it this way, you are very lenient with a lot of people, and I think that's good. Like on YouTube, I started trying to warn people before giving them a timeout. It's like, hey, I've deleted that and just like chill the fuck out, and they seem to listen pretty good. In a lot of discords, I know people just get booted like outright first time they do anything. So I think it's you're on the right track. I don't think I've ever been banned by from a Discord, but I know people who have, and it's like, oh, maybe they should have just talked to you first. You have a good system with that too.
You know, we haven't always been free of like falling into the same pitfalls of other servers, you know. So like people have been like outright banned, you know, without even being spoken to. And usually a lot of the time that's because of me, because I'm like I'll just be so fucking busy or stressed out, and I'll look in chat, and then the fucking mods aren't fucking doing anything. So I'll just like, okay, I'm gonna ban this guy, and then I'll fucking pick up the pieces later when I get home, type shit. That's happened a handful of times, and I don't really regret it too much.
I mean, I guess the way that I look at it is, you're the one in charge, and if people are upset enough to be really mad that you did something, that means that you're running the Discord well enough to where when something changes, they're upset. So I probably should just fucking trust you anyways, right?
I have no clue what you mean by that.
If they're well, I'll read this in you, okay? If they are upset enough that you did so, in order for them to be upset enough to like really flip out that you did something they didn't like, the Discord must be a really good place already, which is also something that you did. So I don't think that it's I don't think that you should gauge how well you're doing based on like negatively. If people are upset when you make a decision they don't like, you should be happy that you've cultivated something that's good enough to where people can get upset because they have that much stake in the Discord.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's almost kind of a problem a lot of the time. Is some people are so fucking obsessed with the Discord, and they love it so fucking much. And the second anything changes or those dedicated members become problematic in some kind of way, and we might have to get rid of them or fucking action them, or they leave, fucking
Lives are
shit
ruined.
gets wild. Yeah.
I pretty much live in the Kia Weird Discord. We're a small community. And then we have like I think a handful of like really active people. And I think if any of them left or got booted, I'd be pretty upset. But I feel like it's different with a big server. Like this is not a small server. There's over 1,000 people in it.
About 3,000.
Oh my god.
Little 3,400 ish, around there.
Just like, you know, like around 3,400. I don't know who's counting.
I'm always pruning members who are inactive for 7 weeks, or not, or 2 weeks. I don't know, whatever the Discord setting is for it. But it's like this user hasn't logged on in like fucking forever, so I just kick him out of the server.
Oh, I gotcha. I mostly stick around for like the moderator stuff. I don't I don't get too heavy with like the talking and stuff. I get a little overwhelmed with how many people like respond to things. It's a bit too much for me. Which isn't saying anything bad about the server. That's just me. I can't handle that much like overload or like trying to sift through. Like, it all moves so fast. Like I'll be having a conversation with somebody in a room, and then like 10 other comments coming in between, and I gotta sift through it. It just I don't think I'm built for it.
Guess you're not a true Discordian.
No, I'm more of a smaller conversationalist. That's why I like the one where there's like maybe 5 or 6 of us, the tops, talking at any given time, and it's really easy to track things. But this shit be going off all the time I see it. Um, so I'd say like I think that you're doing a really good job. I don't see anybody in any of the mod stuff saying that you're not. That you should just. I think you should just have some confidence in yourself. Fuck people getting upset. They're gonna get upset no matter what. You can't make everybody happy, especially when it's you're dealing with fucking Twitch fans, man.
You know, I think people just fear me. I think that's what it might be.
Huh, I guess I didn't think about it like
I'm a
that.
scary guy. Don't upset baby.
I do want to ask you stuff about Mr. Girl, but I just told my roommate this the other day. The funniest thing regards to like you and Mr. Girl is that one of the first streams he had, he said you talk like a '60s gangster, and I don't know why, but I 1000% just believe that to be true, and I was like, that's really fucking weird. Who actually talks like that? And you popped in one time real quick to talk to him, and I was like, what the fuck? He doesn't talk like that. And then I was like, why did I fucking believe that? I'm stupid. Nobody talks like that. And then and then one time you did do it.
I can kind of hear it, but it's not. I don't know. I just did a lot. I used to do a lot of voice acting, and I blame it on that. Is that my voice? It just fucking fluctuates, and sometimes I just my fucking people be like, why do you sound European today? And I'll be like, oops.
One time when I was in my early 20s, I did a lot of drugs for a short period of time, and I got like I was fucking around and doing a British accent, and like I was like really anxious because I just couldn't stop doing it. And I had like my first day at a new job, and I was still doing it, and I was just like, this is very stressful. Luckily, I got fired like the next day because the one manager thought I was on drugs, and she was right. I don't do drugs anymore. Well, it's because I stayed up all night on said drugs and went in to see if when I worked next. And when I was there that day, it was a fucking Burger King. And she was like, I want you to take a drug test. And I was like, I ain't taking no drug test. Like, all I do is come in here to see if I'm covering a shift for somebody. And she was like, you're not taking a drug test, you're fine. I was like, peace out. I was like, fuck, I just lost my job. At least, like, and it's not even fair, too, because I got the drugs from somebody that I worked with, like, the day before.
Damn.
She's looking at the wrong people. But yeah, then the one time you came on and then you did do the accent, I was like, did I miss it the first time? Yeah, it's a very silly thing, and I think about it whenever I see you in like the YouTube chat. I was like, can't believe I thought he fucking talked like a gangster, like a '60s gangster, naturally. But the I think I started like when I talk about you like in the Discord that I hang out with a lot, or just like the people that I know that also watch Mr. Girl. I think I started to like jokingly refer to you as baby the god among men, because you are the only person who can like tear into Mr. Girl hard as fuck, and he doesn't say shit back. He just takes it. That's got to be where that fear comes from.
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know what you're talking about. I feel like
You roll in a chat and you light him up, dude.
I'll just say they're jokes, you know. I just like to jokingly say really mean shit, and I think he knows I'm joking. But other times, you know, my criticism is just well placed, even if he disagrees with me.
I don't know if most people like, I mean, we know you're joking, but it's just very rare to see anybody talk like that to Mr. Girl and just have him say literally nothing back to it. It's just like, baby, that's baby. They're like, what? Like like in the suicide video, Jimmy's mom, I think, said she didn't like his hair. He didn't like his shirt. He's like, you don't like my shirt. What's wrong with my shirt? Like that. Just like I don't like your shirt. Your hair looks like shit. He's like, what's wrong with this? What's wrong with that? Like even something as passive as that. And like, I don't know, man. I think that's what makes people intimidated. Because it always blows me. Nobody else in chat roasts him like that.
I have
It's
no
good.
clue what you're talking about.
I bet you
remember
don't.
this.
Dude, like legitimately, it kills me every time.
Yeah, I don't remember.
So I imagine with a lot of people, like they saw the Cuties review, and they maybe they either was like, I can't even believe I watched that. That was the worst thing I've ever seen, literally worse than the Holocaust. Or, hey, that's what's up. Jimmy just followed me. Thanks, my guy. Or they were like, well, that was really interesting and insightful. I never would have thought about it that way, and then started watching his other videos. Or kind of a mixture of both. Like you got really uncomfortable, but then obviously you started watching other stuff, right?
Oh yeah, if I remember correctly, it was a lot more of it was a gradual thing. Like I initially watched it and I was like, wow, I can't believe he did that. He's just like that's just like fucking career suicide. And I watched all the like adjacent videos where like people like this bloody crazy guy right here, fucking he's a nonce. Look at him. Look what he said about the Keys review, and like all these fucking flamboyant YouTubers like just talking shit about him and like just trying to like milk that video for their next fucking
It's a
whatever
while.
the fuck. Yeah.
Yeah, when I looked at the timeline of the Cuties review reactions, they went on for a long time. Yeah, so that's kind of what gets me is like that was like his he had like two breakthrough moments, which was like the Cuties review and then talking to Destiny. But the Cuties review one, like it should have just stopped right then. Like by all metrics, everything that we understand how like the internet culture works, like you say that the girls in Cuties are hot, no more fucking job, no career. And eventually that turned into him being pretty fucking successful. Like he doesn't have to work a regular 9-to-5 job anymore. He gets to just stream now, which is that's kind of what the bigger video that I'm working on is about. Like I just it just seems so outside of my common sense that like anybody could do that. Because like when everybody else gets canceled for saying things that are way less bad, then I think that like when I say way less bad, I mean at least as far as the general public is concerned, way less bad than saying I think the girls and the Cuties are hot. Somehow Mr.Girl ended up being successful rather than like having his life ruined.
Yeah, I think it's you know, it really surprises a lot of people when you think about the fact that there's actually like a solid amount of forward thinking individuals who can actually like hear that shit and not immediately shut down their fucking brain and go, oh, fuck this guy, right? Don't give him a platform at all.
Yeah, it's really surprising, and I think
Are you keeping this?
part of the reason it's so surprising to me is that like I don't really hear anybody talking about like maybe you do that it is weird that that's where he like I think it's like isn't that the Cuties guy like is like the thing that you hear a lot, but like I don't think anybody really digs deep in like the Cuties guy is now talking to like Destiny and like even like Chud Logic. He's reaching across all to these places. He had Buck Angel on his stream. Like even outside of like Twitch, getting people that like really have names and having interesting conversations with them. I don't think people really understand just how weird that is. And I'm super glad that it's happening, but it's I just think it's weirder than most people think. And so I'm trying to understand like So like when you said it made you uncomfortable and you started watching other stuff, was it like this is a disaster and I can't look away, or was it like
No, I was just intrigued. I was really curious what kind of person would go out of their way to expose themselves to the entire world and say, "Hey, I have pedophilic thoughts." Like, who the fuck does that, right? Like, and I'm
it's
like,
scary.
okay, and I look at his channel. He has a whole fucking like catalog. He has like he had a bunch of videos already, just with no views. And I just started combing through it. I don't think I haven't seen every video, but I've seen most of them.
Yeah,
And
I'm working on it too.
definitely the video that got me on to his in his in good graces, you know, the one video that was like, whoa, okay, maybe this guy, you know, he has something here. His video on prison was really really made me think.
Actually, I'm not 100% sure if I watched that one yet. I know that I have really similar views to Mr. Girl on prison systems. I've been to jail a few times for not having money only. I've never had like been to jail for a criminal offense, but it fucking sucks. One time when I was in jail, I read a book that was like written in like the 70s. I was on work crew, and it was about how bad the prison systems are and like the proposed means of reform. And I was like, well, this shit fucking went nowhere. Uh, and I can see that. I might have to watch that soon. Maybe I'll watch that tonight.
It was called Prison is Torture or something
Yeah,
like that.
maybe I watched it like right in the beginning then, because I could even see the thumbnail in my head too. And I just have a hard time remembering the actual video because, like I said, I my thoughts already align so much with it. But I'm gonna rewatch it then. 'Cause that's the one that got you. For me, it was how I learned to stop being a people pleaser. Something along those lines.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
Um, that one really got to me. That's I feel like that's like the most it's like it's like the essence of what Mr. Girl's content is, being like overwhelmingly and uncomfortably honest about things that nobody ever talks about. And I was
Yeah,
like,
people really
yeah,
like that video. You know, running the streams, I talk to a lot of people, and man, like out of all of them, like most majority of them have gone and said like, "Oh, I want to talk about um people pleasing and how I'm a people pleaser," and I saw this video from Mr. Girl about how he stopped being a people pleaser, and they want to fucking talk to him about it. I've seen that a lot.
it's a really good video. I even like, even though the beginning like Joker makeup thing is kind of cheesy, I liked it. Like I like it was like a good cringe in the beginning. It was like get what he was trying to do. But that, and then the suicide video I thought was really good. There's only been like two of his main channel videos that I was like asked my wife like, hey, they're kind of longer, but like, could you just sit down and watch these? Because I think that this is like really good, brilliant stuff. And she did, and she liked those. She doesn't like a lot of the live stream stuff very much, but I think those ones they're just so well done. I don't think that anything, no matter what you think about Mr. Girl or the other stuff that he's put out, I don't think you can just be like, well, this is bad.
Yeah, he definitely puts a lot of effort into his production. It's definitely my favorite thing about him.
If if you had to guess what the reason is that people connect with Mr. Girl's stuff over everything else, what do you think it would be?
You know, not sure, but the first thing that really jumps into my mind is that I feel like people don't have the ability to say what they're really thinking out of fear of being, you know, being fucking publicly executed, you know. so I feel like Max really embodies that insecurity in a lot of people.
Yeah. So would you say like just the honesty?
Yeah,
Or just,
it's not only honesty, it's just I cannot say this because society is gonna fucking hate me. I can't really say what I'm thinking. I'm not allowed to have these thoughts. It's just, thought policing. And Max just takes that and throws it out the fucking window. Says, I'm gonna say whatever the fuck I want.
maybe I latch onto that more than I think. I know one of the things that I have a hard time with, and I talk to my therapist a lot about, is that I'm very honest and direct when I talk. I don't filter what I say. I say what I think and I mean it. But people never seem to understand the words that come out of my mouth. It always seems like people are trying to figure out what I mean. And so, and I very rarely talk to anybody who does that. And I know that like it always feels, obviously I can't know what's in his head, but it always seems like Mr. Girl says what he means. With clear distinctions of when he's joking, and I get that too. But he says what he means without any regard, and I don't. Maybe I don't. Well, that's not true. I've definitely had my fair share of controversies in my life. I got kicked out of school for wearing a T-shirt at one point that I dropped out afterwards. They told me I couldn't come back. Well, I got kicked out for wearing the one T-shirt. It was a Church of Satan T-shirt. And then I went back with a hoodie on that said, I'm wearing this because I don't have the same freedom of religion that a Christian student has. And I was told that if I didn't take that off, that I would be expelled. And like he'd call the police and get me with trying to inciting a riot. So I said, fuck you, I'll drop out and get my GED. And I did. I lived in, well, at that point, I lived in the thumb of Michigan, which is basically the deep south as far as like Bible thumping and like bigotry goes. And it emulates it perfectly. It's all farms. I lived in a 1 square mile town with 11 churches in it. So it was stupid. Oh, and I also had, after he told me to take off that, I took it off and I had Hail Satan on my arms written in big Sharpie. I'm not a Satanist anymore. But so I think that yeah, maybe I latch onto that a bit because I feel like I say similar things, but I feel really alone in doing it. And it makes me upset when other people won't say what they think. I get really frustrated, and I don't want to play like mind games to figure out what people say. So maybe I just really admire that he's getting away with it. It's tough for me. I think part of the reason why I shifted the lens of the project I'm working on is because I already know why I love the stuff that Mr. Girl makes, but I don't know why other people do. I don't know if they have the same reasons that I do, and I'm trying to figure it out. And the people that I talk to mostly are like the people that Mr. Girl talks to that don't like him. Always seem to have like a really good dose of like misrepresenting what I think is correct. And I think, I don't know. Do you think that the hate that he gets is a big part of his success?
I'm not sure. I feel like the only thing I can really pinpoint is Destiny. I'd say he's definitely a giant reason that he's successful is that he was even willing to speak to him and kind of support him. So that definitely it was basically like the fucking golden ticket into like the Twitch politics space.
Well, I think I half agree. I think that Destiny was a crucial component to it, but like there's like so I was supposed to talk to Mother Gender like last month. They got really bogged down with school. But like 2 weeks before that, they talked to Destiny. Mother Gender doesn't have a career in streaming. They stream. They've streamed a little bit here and there. but like they don't have a career in it just because they talk to Destiny. And Destiny pretty much agreed with them the entire time.
Oh well, I mean, I thought it goes without saying, but uh, Max is just incredibly intriguing
Yeah,
and provocative. Everything he fucking does, it's fucking eye catching, right?
yeah, yeah.
You're that, and not only just his visuals, but in what he says, how he talks. Um, it, whether you agree with him or not, it's fucking way better than what most people in the space are doing, and I feel like the fact that he already had a bunch of content when he started getting into streaming. He has videos. He was like he was ready to come in. Um, some people might just be like small time streamers. They might have not invested in trying to have like a creative vision like he does.
Okay, so you're saying that because he already knew what he wanted to do, he already had been working at what he wanted to do, and then once Destiny exposed him, people were like, "Oh, now I can like binge watch his stuff and get a feel for him."
Yeah, kind of like that.
Okay, so when I first saw him on Destiny, then I watched the Vouch thing, and then I was like, "Oh, he has an album." And I remember I was in a I think it's like a regional store. It's like a big Walmart kind of store that I'm pretty sure is regional. I decided to listen to one of his songs, and I played "I Can Fantasize About Whatever I Want," and I started cracking up in there, and like also almost like scared like if anybody heard me listening to it as I was hearing it for the first time. I had an earbud in. And I was just like, this is actually fucking nuts. I was it made me anxious, and I guess I was okay with that. And then I was driving with my wife and my kid to go up north, and I heard the first Advice and Confessions, and I was like kind of nervous because I heard the Book Smarts thing. Oh, I watched the Book Smarts thing first with my wife and kid in the car, and they're both kind of like, what the fuck is happening right now? What are you doing? Why is this on? Like, you owe us an explanation as to why we have to hear this right now. And I was like, I understand that this is uncomfortable. I'm not entirely comfortable, but like, I can't stop fucking listening to this. I gotta hear, and I think he's gotten a lot better. I used to explain to people who would hear like something like, listen, if you listen to half of what Mr. Girl says or 80% of what Mr. Girl says, he's gonna sound really fucking bad. Sometimes as bad as being like he'll sound like a child rapist. But if you listen to the whole thing, eventually he'll bring it back around and be like, oh, I get it. Okay, that makes perfect sense. I understand why you said those things. He's not somebody you can hear for 30 seconds and be like, okay, he's a smart guy. He knows what he's talking about. If you listen to him out of context or just a few seconds in context, sounds really bad. Yeah, I think Mr. Girl, that's why I think that he gets a lot of it's really easy to cultivate like hate viewership when you're watching like bits and pieces of him.
I agree. I agree with what you said. Definitely requires your full attention.
Yeah, and it's really rare that somebody can get my full attention too. Um, I think I got really I thought that his streaming career was just gonna die towards the beginning. Like the Wicked Supreme one was like the best example of like the remember like February and like March Mr. Girl content where it was like we're gonna talk for 5 minutes before we talk for 2 hours on a meta conversation.
No, I don't quite remember.
Oh, the Wicked Supreme one was the biggest one to me because I like Wicked and I like Mr. Girl, and I think that they would have a really good conversation now. But they got really bogged down on it, and I told Wicked Supreme first, I wish you guys would have talked. I think it was like last month or the month before. It was the month before last. I said, I wish you guys would have talked now instead of when you did. And he said, me too, man. Me too. Because I don't, I really like meta conversations in general, because I'm a fucking nerd. But I think that he's sort of shifted out of it to where I don't think he feels like he needs to, and now he can use it when it's good for him too. But I thought that was gonna upset a lot of other people, but he's killing it. That's the other thing too. Like, there's a lot of things that I would say, like optically, or not even optically, like just like growing pains that I thought would have been a lot more detrimental to the growth that just don't seem to be. Like, it's just a small wound. It's not as bad as I thought it would be. Like, did you think, like, you don't remember like the super meta conversation arcs that were happening at the beginning at all?
I can't say. You're gonna learn very quickly the longer you talk to me that I have very, very bad memory. Not only that, but I never saw the Wicked Supreme stream. I can tell you that much.
Oh
But
man.
I'm not sure. I don't remember this arc at all.
Okay. The chat would be generally flooded with people like just like bitching about it, and I was kind of nervous because, like, I don't know, I just started watching this guy. He's really good, and for me, like, Destiny had fallen off in like the last 6 months, and that he doesn't have anybody to be like really combative with. So he'd just be like playing League or just like talking to people that he's really friendly with, which is just, it's fine. It's not that interesting. Or be like more formal debate stuff. So like, I like this guy right now, and I really hope he does good. And I just kept getting nervous in the beginning that like the career was gonna get snuffed out real quick, and it didn't. And Mr.Girl is my favorite streamer, and I don't like religiously watch. I have never religiously watched a lot of them, but Mr.Girl, obviously, I watch every stream that I can. Every once in a while I'll miss one, but I also feel like I'm supposed to, like, even if I like that I have an excuse to that I moderate for the YouTube, so that I can like, oh, sorry, I have to do this. Like, I had company before. I was like, sorry, I gotta do this. Like, I said I'd watch the stuff so that I can make sure the stuff in the episode doesn't make me seem like an asshole. But just the continuing like growth and success, despite, like, I always thought the POCD thing was gonna fucking destroy him too.
Never saw that stream either.
Well, like, that's like the reason we generally believe why he got banned
that's
Twitch.
Why, yeah, that's I think that was what Max said. That was his what he was suspecting.
It's what we all suspect happened.
Yeah, we're all like, oh, it's probably that stream, but I never saw it, so I can't. I never really looked into it, so I don't know if that's really what I think is the reason.
It could have been like a lot of things. It could have been like the BX bullet bullshit compiled in with, and then like just being able to point to something that like they can say internally, like, all right, well, this is the official reason, but like maybe we just don't want to. Maybe this hurts our ad revenue or whatever, to the point to where we just don't want to risk this, and we have something that we can that people will point to. I think it's probably a little bit more complicated than it looks, but I think that's at least the scapegoat that they have.
Yeah,
if nothing else.
I mean, looking from outside, like, I'm not invested in Twitch at all. I don't watch a single fucking streamer on Twitch.
Oh, that's even more interesting then.
Yeah, I'm not invested in. I don't like streaming. I don't like watching streams, but Max is my exception. Yeah, from outside looking at it, it looks like a shit show. Like, just fucking taking down creators like left and right for dumb bullshit.
Yeah, that does bum me out a lot. And I don't really care about like the freedom of speech or whatever on a platform. I don't really care about that. I just care about there's not a lot of places to find interesting conversations online. Like, for a long time, like the only people that like mainstream, I guess the main person that people know from mainstream is just Joe Rogan. That's the only people they know that has long form conversations, and it seems like he gets all the credit for being like the only person that has long form conversations. And if I want to hear something long-form conversation that's interesting, that's not Joe Rogan, which I don't really have anything against him, whatever. Sometimes he's fucking stupid. Sometimes I don't really give a shit. But Twitch is like really the only place I have to go. And nobody else did anything like Mr. Girl before that on Twitch. People played it fairly safe. If you wanted to be unsafe, you'd go talk to Destiny, because no matter what you said or did, Destiny would be a little bit more on like the wild side of you. And now I don't know. I don't think I watched. I think I just watch Kia Weird on Twitch now. It's just all YouTube now. It's weird, and it like Destiny, Mr. Girl. Didn't somebody else? Do you know if somebody else really big got banned? You probably wouldn't, because you said you don't watch streamers. But it seems like they're putting a lot more.
What was
into
your
it.
question?
I said, like, I know Destiny and Mr. Girl got banned really close together, and I feel like there was one other really big or like medium-sized streamer that got banned and went to YouTube too.
Yeah, I can't confidently say.
But since that, it seems like YouTube started to put more into their streaming platform, and I don't know if that was they're like, okay, well, we got Destiny now, more people will come, so we're just gonna start putting stuff into it. Like, you can even raid people on YouTube now, kind of.
Yeah, YouTube has a lot of potential. It's just you know, I don't have any expectations that they're actually going to invest in making it a streaming platform, because right now they are pretty shit in comparison to Twitch.
I think, well, from like a business standpoint, it's better to crawl, not run right here, right? It's better to put a little bit of money in here, see how that goes, put a little bit of money in here,
Yeah,
see how it
of course.
goes. Because it's I don't think they wanna take the risks, but I think the more they put into it, the better it'll get. We're just gonna have to be really patient about it. I hope I gotta think that Mr. Girl being able to be on it has to be like a beacon for people that like are intimidated by Twitch's policies, at least. I usually stream on Twitch just because it's I don't know. I don't YouTube could in theory be better, but like Twitch is just better for growth. That's what Twitch or YouTube needs to work on. I noticed that the numbers for Mr. Girl dropped like big time just because of the Switch. I don't think he lost any fans because he got banned, but he has to claw his way back up to like those. I think for the one stream hit like 5,000 on Twitch, and I think 3,000 was the highest I seen it on YouTube.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
But even like XQC said, like, you can't grow on YouTube, but I'm watching it happen with Mr. Girl all the time. When he first started, it was like a couple hundred people, even on the smaller streams that aren't like a big deal. He's still pulling like well over 500, between like 700 and like 1,200 on like anything. So it's
Yeah.
and that too, it gets me like. Oh, and then like the Dr. K thing too, that should have ended that shit too. Like it's there's so much in the way of him being successful.
And yet he
Yeah.
prevails.
Yeah, I think about it a lot. Yeah, I don't. Maybe people just like controversy. I know where you're coming from, which it still kind of messes me up too. That you don't like. Did you watch a lot of YouTube then? How did you find the Cuties review?
Oh yeah. Man, I don't fucking remember. It was like I said, it was either a fucking video of some guy going, look at this fucking creep, or he showed up on my recommendations, but more likely the first one.
Gotcha. Okay, so you watched a lot of YouTube videos then.
Oh, I watch a lot of YouTube.
Okay.
That's why I love Max's channel. I like the more long form, highly edited, high production your content is, the more I like you.
Gotcha. Well, I think this video that I'm working on, that I'm gonna pull things out of this for, is gonna be my first like really heavily edited video with not just like me sitting at my computer, with me going out and shooting things. So I don't know how good it's gonna be, but I'm gonna reach out for help in the areas that I need to get help with editing and things like that. I got the software. I got my first Twitch check this month, so I'm using that for the Adobe shit and that. So I don't think you'll be super impressed with my editing skills, but I'm gonna try really hard because I really care about this project.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll like it if he watches it.
Well, I hope Mr. Girl likes it too. I was talking about you though, because you talked about how good and well edited and stuff it is.
Man, yeah. I mean, I'll definitely watch it.
I'll after it's over. I don't want to spoil anything for some people, but I'll throw some of my ideas at you to see what you think. I talked to some of the people that I talk to regularly who are Mr. Girl fans, and they like it. But also, too, I'm gonna say, got you here. I really am gonna fuck them up on that vegan thing. I promise.
Oh no.
There's not a lot of things. It makes me think about a couple of years ago when I just first was like dicking around with Twitch. I said, what would you talk to Destiny about if you could? It's like, I don't know. I don't disagree with him on almost anything, really. Pretty much on the same page, and that's why I liked him. I don't think he changed my mind about a lot of stuff. But Mr. Girl, I agree with him on almost everything. But I think that he has a blind spot. I think that he has a blind spot to it, and I think it's caused by insane people talking to him about veganism. I think it really like muddied the waters, and then perspective philosophy didn't know how to handle Mr. Girl at all, and it's made him talk to him for 3 hours about nothing. So that was a big disappointment. I was so happy they're going to cross over, and then he talked to him, and he just didn't talk to him on his level. Do you notice a lot of people just don't know how to communicate with Max?
Well, with him specifically, I guess I could say that. It's I don't know. I just think Max likes to guide the way the conversation goes, and some people are just absolutely resistant to that. And that's fine, because I agree with Max. I think they should definitely, when somebody asks you a yes or no question, just fucking say yes or no, right? And
You can explain it after.
yeah, right. But
well, here's the thing.
He's always railing on people for the way they fucking want to talk.
I understand that, but what I mean is, like Destiny said it really good when he's talking to. I don't know if he was just talking to his chat or what, but he said the problem that this person is having. He was watching a Mr. Girl video with Mr. Girl, is that they're speaking English and he's speaking Mr. Girl. And I think that just like the way that he says things, I think a lot of people come to talk to him, they don't watch his stuff beforehand. Or like even people that call in and they kind of flop around with them, I think that they haven't watched a lot of stuff. Or maybe I'm just autistic, and when I watch it, I'm just like paying attention to those kinds of things. But there's just like a certain way that he says things, and if you misunderstand it and you respond the way that it would mean if somebody just said those things in just like a normal conversation style, I think that there's going to be a lot of things that they're missing, and I think that causes a lot of problems, and kind of I don't know, like, for lack of a better way, like traps them. Like they just don't know how to get around like the words that are being used. I guess it seems like I guess it just seems like a lot of people don't understand what's being said a lot. Because like I've seen Mr. Girl and somebody else agree and argue because the person doesn't understand that Mr. Girl agrees with them, even.
I've seen that too, but
Maybe
I can't say I've thought about this a lot. I don't know.
Yeah,
whenever I hear Max talk, he just sounds perfectly normal insane to me. So
Yeah.
like I can't really tell the distinction. And a lot of the time I just kind of when he has these difficult conversations, I usually just go, oh well, uh, this person is just being either disingenuous or avoiding questions.
Maybe. Maybe it's because I deal with it a lot too. My wife has told me that I talk a lot like Mr. Girl does. That's just how I talk. And one of the first things I ever said to my therapist is that I think that, so I work really hard to be a good communicator, but I think maybe now I think that I'm not, because people don't understand what I'm saying, even though I think I'm being very direct, and I'm picking my words very carefully, and it just seems like nobody understands what I'm saying. And she said, "Well, I don't think you're a bad communicator. I just think that most people are." I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, if you say like I don't think I'm crazy, everybody else is crazy. You're probably the crazy one." So I had to assume that I was the problem. So I think that just maybe a lot of people are bad at communicating, even if their job is talking to people on Twitch.
Yeah, I think that might be the case.
Because like I'll watch like reactions or even watching chat and be like, "What the fuck how did you get what you just said out of what was just said over there?" But like, and that makes me like the chat's always so angry. Like half the chat always seems like they're really mad at what's being said, but like they come back next week. It's just that's one of the reasons why I want to talk to people that like hate follow him. Like if you hate him so much, why do you follow him? Like there's people that like talk about Mr. Girl a lot that want to see him deplatformed. Why are you so heavily?
I think I have the Mr. Girl answers to that question. It's because they secretly love him.
I think the real Mr. Girl answer is that they don't just love him, they're sexually attracted to him.
Yeah, they want to have children with him.
Yeah. I think that would be the max answer. Like, I hate you. I want you to not have a platform. Yeah, sure. I might have talked about you a lot then, but like, I never want to hear your voice and be like, so you're saying you find me sexually attractive?
You want me?
Yeah. And I guess maybe part of it too is that it's a really good way of like being super intense and it's like lots of things are high impact and then still being funny at the same time without breaking the tension for more than the duration of the joke. I think a lot of like sometimes when I watch stream with my wife, like or like if somebody else is here, like I'm the only one that laughs at the jokes. I don't know if I don't know if a lot of people get that. I don't know if a lot of people think he's serious. Like the new one. I don't know if you've seen the new main channel video.
Oh yeah, I love that video.
It's so good. It's so good. And like throughout, it's a very serious video, but then he throws in there like that I'm a lesbian. No, you're not. It's so good.
Yes.
So fucking good. And I feel like some people will watch that and be like, did he just say that lesbians aren't real? Like, just shut the fuck up. Like, why would you make an entire
come
video?
On, don't be like that. He's valid. They're valid. Come on.
Like, why would somebody make an entire video like as a PSA of how to like get people to communicate better about sex so that people don't feel bad? And then genuinely say like, I also don't believe in gay people. Like, it's a joke. But then I don't know if that adds to the amount of people that are getting up watching him either. The people that get really mad. Like, I don't know if a big portion of success is like there's no such thing as bad press idea. That's what I'm really trying to figure out. I think it was just a couple nights ago when I was like writing down stuff for the video. And I was just like, I don't know if people watch them for the same reasons that I do. I don't know how valuable just sharing my my reasons are. If it was like a regular, normal run-of-the-mill streamer that has a lot of viewers, I feel like it's a lot easier, more cut and dry. Except for Hassan, I don't know how anybody fucking watches him ever for anything. That's just a total mystery to me.
He's pretty.
No, he's not. These people, is that a
Okay.
thing?
Really? You're lying to me right now? Come on. You can look at Hassan and tell me he's not a handsome young man.
I always think Hassan looks homeless. He looks like a homeless guy who stole like clothes that are like he couldn't afford.
He looks rough and charming, like a young man and like a fucking like in like a theater play where he's playing as a homeless guy, but you know he's really fucking real pretty. He has nice jawline. You know.
See. To be fair, I don't know what the word is for. There's some word for it. I legitimately see people as more or less attractive based on how I feel about them. Like I've known some women who when I met them I thought they were very, very pretty, and then they just look ugly to me because I don't like them as a person. Like they visually look different to me. So I might be a bad person to talk to about that.
Yeah, you clearly in denial here.
Also, I have a hard time gauging when men are attractive.
Oh, okay. Well, you know that's a bit more fair if you're not attracted to men at all.
Better at it. Like I think I've asked like some of my friends before, like, is this guy attractive? Like, why? It's like I have a hard time not knowing things too. It's like in the last few weeks I decided I wanted to dress better, so I read things on it, and I don't really understand. I'm just following the tips. It just doesn't seem to make a lot of sense to me. I feel like it's all made up.
Yeah, probably, but
Like,
you know, people have taste. You know, they have preferences for what they like, and
sure, I have bad taste.
sometimes a lot of people fucking agree, and that kind of forms those how-to guides on how to dress better.
I think if people just agree because other people agreed, though.
Yeah, that's true. But you know, I feel like it's possible for people to agree with something without forming their own, you know, opinion on it, and then maybe going from there and maybe having some introspection about it and going, okay, I really do agree with this.
Maybe. Give me 1 second, lady. Is that guy attractive?
Kind of.
Kind of.
Yeah.
What about no?
No.
No. Okay. I guess the first picture of my wife said kind of.
That one's not bad, but that one where his hair's wet.
One of these, he looks like fucking Leonard from The Big Bang Theory, like big time. Yeah, I don't know. I guess depending on which Hassan it is, it's hit or miss for my wife.
You know, people have good and bad days.
I was gonna say, well, to be fair though, my wife finds me attractive, and I'm not, so yeah, I'm not complaining. But she's much prettier than me. What do you? I guess you're on the Discord a lot, right?
Mostly moderating, but I stop in every once in a while when I'm free.
What do you? Yeah, so like you have like top down view of it all. What are the things that you pick up on that people really like about Mr.Girl?
What do people like about Mr.Girl? Oh, yeah, I definitely. You got, of course, the fucking honesty. People like the way he fucking talks, the way he carries himself. They appreciate his fucking production value. Fucking people are always fucking creaming about his fucking lighting and shit.
He does have good lighting.
Yeah, you know. And,
for a streamer, it's really good.
He's actually told me himself he hasn't taken any like fucking education on it. Like he just watched so many movies that he just fucking figured it out.
Yeah, and not to take away from it at all, because I'm generally impressed with the lighting, but I think that if streamers just made an effort at all with their lighting, instead of just buying like a stream light. They do leaps and bounds better. They just don't do anything about it. They just don't do lighting. I actually have a lamp up above my monitors for lighting. I got to figure out how to move it because I just added a fourth monitor. Because like I hate how bad my lighting is all the time. And I got a new camera. It's a better version of my old one, but it didn't come with a ring light on it. To supplement it. I think lighting's hard, but if you like, he spent the money. He got like good lights and he experimented with it. That's probably like what it takes to not have garbage lighting. Just being thoughtful and buying the stuff. But no one does it.
I don't know. I definitely would agree that, if watching a lot of film, there's like a whole there is like a traditional study of film lighting. That's a fucking thing, and you can see a lot of the techniques reflected in a lot of the videos he makes.
That's true. That's true. He doesn't just love movies. He's like a legit cinephile.
Yeah, probably. I couldn't vouch for that, but he seems he seems to know his shit. He's always posting little clips and snippets of fucking movies and shit.
Oh. Yeah. That's one of the other things that I gotta do too. I gotta go through and I gotta that's been a big slow process of this video. Is going through Mr.Girl's content and finding the clips that are gonna be useful for this. And he's so much fucking shit. Even the ones that I remember that I want, I don't remember which video is from. It's a lot. Making a bigger edited video like this gives me a lot more respect for the videos that he makes with those clips. It's hard. Well, it's time consuming. It's very time consuming. I guess I'm not like sitting there like, this is very difficult for me to do. Like, it just takes a lot of time to get very little. And I think that the more I work on this, the more I respect it. Oh, yeah, not even just him, just people that can really, like, I don't know what the word is, like, just really like sit down and focus on something and make really incremental progress. Like the amount of work that you put into like getting a couple things done for it amounts to just like 30 seconds worth of material is ridiculous.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I can't fucking
it's easier.
the word either.
Something like putting your nose to the grindstone or something. I don't know. But it's a lot of work. It's really fucking hard. And that's I don't think that's what a lot of people get out of watching this stuff, because I don't think most people know how. But it's all stuff that happens off camera. Oh shit. Like I said, I'm usually much more prepared than this. I usually write things down. I didn't expect you to be available today. Have you ever talked on like a stream before?
Yeah, I went on a fucking a fun little e-date with Stardust.
What? I missed that. Oh man.
Yeah, most people missed it.
I am gonna find that shit now.
I think it's gone.
No! Do you have a copy of it?
No, somebody might. I couldn't find the VOD of it. I kind of wanted to watch it again. Because, man, I was so fucking, I was so nervous.
Was the premise like one of those like really cringy dating shows that like
that'd be so
Cutie
much
makes?
better. But no. It was literally just like, hey, baby, want to play some Halo and talk to me? And I was like, yeah, let's do it.
How did it go?
Oh, it went pretty poorly. I'm really bad at talking to women.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
And yeah, that was like the funny thing is, it's like it's been a running meme in the Discord for a while that I'm in love with Stardust. And
Baby, are you in love with Stardust?
Am I?
Yeah.
Not really. I can't say that. I literally just think she's hot. It's that simple. I was like, wow, who's this fucking gorgeous woman Max is talking to? Stardust. All right, cool. I'm gonna talk about how hot she is, and it
That's
just kind of
funny.
went from there. And the meme somehow turned into me actually getting on stream with her, and me embarrassing myself because I can't fucking talk to girls.
No, I'm so much better at talking to women than I should be, based on how goofy looking I am. You at least lean
Yeah.
on your looks.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm conventionally attractive,
That's what's up. I am fucking dying.
but
I used
but
to be.
I am I'm very much like antisocial in real life to an extent. It's like I don't get invited to parties and shit or anything like that. I'd much rather just stay home and just fucking play Fallout New Vegas in my room.
Well, out in New Vegas, I got gifted that for Christmas. I haven't really played it much. Uh, one of my exes had it on PlayStation, and to like fuck with her, like I pretend like I dropped like all of her stuff and like used up all her ammo, and then I pretended to save it to fuck with her. I was like, I'm just kidding, I didn't really save it, but it auto saved, and I didn't mean to do that. I was just fucking with her, and I really just like fucked her account, and I felt really bad.
Yeah, I don't like you anymore.
I to be, I was gonna say, to be fair, I really don't like her, and she's like an ugly, terrible person now. But I still feel bad about that. So I play video games. I'd never do that to somebody. I didn't understand that it auto saved at all. Like I didn't even move from the spot. I don't know how that happened. Well, I guess she didn't lose everything. She lost from like her last like actual save, but still, that is super shitty. Like when the chicks like break their boyfriends like PlayStations or like delete their shit. I'm just like, you deserve everything that happens to you. Like you 100% deserve him to leave you. If he fucking pops you in the mouth, like you get it coming. I don't care. You don't do that. It's like one of the only ways you can actually like rob somebody's time away from them, right?
Yeah, yeah, kind of.
Like you can steal somebody's money. That's one thing. Like there's not a lot of ways to take away somebody's hard work and effort from them. And it's bad. I really wish I didn't do that.
It helps that you feel guilty about it.
I feel terrible. If somebody did that to me, I would hate them forever. There's no other way to put that. Like, how could you do that to me? I hate every single PlayStation memory card from the original PlayStation that formatted my memory card. Like, well, I can never trust you again. You have to go. That shit don't go away. Well, I'm pretty much out of time here. I have another obligation, but maybe later on as this project goes, I can write up some more specific things and talk to you again.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
So that way I'm not so scatterbrained. And if you're ever interested in it too, you're like the most interesting person in the Mr.Girl like universe that I don't know if anybody knows a whole lot about you. I wouldn't mind just talking to you about you too sometime. Oh, like so like we have well, sorry, the Discord. Well, but you seep into the YouTube too. I don't know. I think of you as like an embedded part of the fabric of the Mr.Girl content.
Yeah, maybe.
Um,
I'm definitely Max's little helper.
Yeah, you're a really important cog. Like I remember the one time you weren't there, and he was like, I don't know how to do any of this, and like watching him struggle to pull people into the calls and stuff, and I was just like, well, like I don't like you're really struggling and nobody's saying anything. Like I can help you if you want me to, Mr. Girl, but like whatever. Like I don't wanna.
Yeah, that motherfucker. He fucking. I told him, I was like, hey, my job is changing shifts for me. I really can't be to this stream. I need to fucking sleep. And
Mhm.
he's like, oh, okay, we can what day can we move it to? Move it to Saturday. All right, cool. At no point did he establish that we were gonna fucking do it that Saturday.
Oh
And
right.
I even asked him at the time. I was like, "Hey, so the stream?" And he just never fucking responded to me. He does that a lot. I'll ask him questions and he'll fucking answer me like a week later. But yeah, he just started the fucking stream without telling me ahead of time. And I was too busy, and I was like, you're fucked. You fucked yourself.
Yeah, it was kind of hard to watch, and like you said, like I offered in the stream chat, but like I was like I don't really want to I don't want to step on anybody's toes, but like you're killing me here. Like if you need help, you can ask for help, man. 'Cause, like I can like just give me temporary permissions. I'll move people to your chat or to your call for you. Oh my god. Just stop doing what you're doing. It doesn't have to be me. Just ask somebody for fucking help. At least I think he can at least survive if that happens again. But he was dying for a bit there, and it was hard to watch.
You'll be fine. I've been setting up preparations just in case I need to make a quick departure.
Gotcha. In case the mob comes after you next.
In case I have to go on deployment.
Oh, gotcha. Shit, man, I fucking hope you don't. It sounds, everything I've ever heard, it sounds terrible.
I'm obligated to have a certain amount of months on deployment on my contract, so it's gonna happen eventually.
Oh shit! How many year contract do you have?
It's a 6 year, and I'm a year and a half in.
Good God, is it how's it going so far? Bad, good?
It's nice. I like it.
That's what's up at least.
I really like the military. It's great.
I tried to enlist to the army, and the army wouldn't let me because I owed back child support, even though I lived with my kid. And then I tried really, really hard to get into the Coast Guards because I lived in a duplex with the Coast Guard. Like, he lived in the upstairs. And he just made it sound fucking great. And to be fair, like, if you have to do something, like, if you have to, like, deploy, you're always doing something cool with low risk to you. Like, if you have to, like, have a gun, your guns are definitely going to be better than whoever you're going up against. You're going to have better numbers. Or you're, like, if you're doing something else, like, you're saving somebody from drowning, or, like raiding some of these bigger boats for drugs. Like, it's all very very much in your favor, and you get to be like a cool guy, as opposed to like your life's not really that much on the line if you're in the Coast Guards, no matter what you're doing. With other branches of the military, except for the Air Force, you just sit in a chair for the most part. You don't have to.
Every branch has certain jobs that have a lot of risk.
Sure, I would say some have less than others. At least from all the people that I've talked to in the different branches. I have friends who have been Marines, several friends who've been in the Army. I had a friend who died in the Army. He's a medic, and he lied to everybody about how crazy his job was, so nobody would worry about him. And then, like the people that I know in their Coast Guards are like, dude, I just sit on base 3 days a week and fucking play video games, do paperwork for a day and a half, and that's it. And then I get to be home. I'm just like, that's pretty cool. But yeah, I got all my medical stuff written off, but I owed back child support, and they were like, oh, you can't. I was like, what, can't you just like take it out of my signing bonus? And they were like, nope, we're not allowed. Well, that's some hoe ass shit. Too broke to be in the Army. And I got like a 96 on my pre-test, and I was like, I'll just take infantry. Just take me, I want to go. Get me out of here. I'm glad I didn't, but yeah, it was really hard. It was a lot harder to get into the Army than I thought it was gonna be. And I don't know what branch you're in. I'm glad it's going good for you, and I hope it stays good for you. People that I know, including family members, seem to have mixed views about their time that they served. Some of them it was the best thing that ever happened to them. Some say it was the worst thing that ever happened to them. So I hope you're on the better side of your experiences going forward too.
Yeah, just so far.
No matter what, I think it's kind of scary. I had a friend who went AWOL too. He was fuel truck driver, and I think I freaked him out about it. I was just like, we would drive around in his Mustang and like smoke weed. I remember the one day I was like, so your whole job is literally just driving a big fucking bomb around, huh? Like, even if like you guys get engaged while you're taking fuel, they don't even have to aim at you. They can just aim at somebody else and miss. And he's just like, yeah, like, but also if I freaked him out, like, you really didn't fucking think about your job that much, did you? And then, like 2 weeks later, after he was supposed to go back, he's like, did you hear that Bob went AWOL? I was like, what? Are you serious? Also, fuck him. He stole my guitar cable and my tea maker. I left him in his vehicle and he didn't bring him back to me. And
How dare you?
Me?
How dare he?
Oh, yeah, I know. I had he put raw tea leaves in there. It was like a coffee maker. It was a birthday gift, that motherfucker. Oh, and my scale. I had a nice $50 digital scale, too. I was really into fitness, and I drank a lot of green tea, and I weighed myself a lot, and to keep track of my shit, and he took away 2 of my big components. Yeah, fuck Bob. Oh, and two guys were about to fight me one day outside his car. He went to go get gas. And they're like, get out of the car. I got out of the car, and I didn't see he had a buddy with him. I was like, Bob, you got my back? And he was like, no. I'm like, the fuck do you mean no? I was like, you're, I think he was like an MP at the time, and I was like, you're an MP, what you say goes. Like, you're not gonna get in trouble? Like, what the fuck? He's like, nope. I was like, all right. That sucked. It didn't go well for me. They were both way bigger than me, but if Bob had my back, if he could at least take one, it wouldn't have been bad. Which I was really pissed too, because I was being a really cool badass before he said no to that, because I was like, well, 1 versus 1, okay, I'll talk shit, and you know, if I get my ass beat, then I get my ass beat, but at least it won't be 2 people. Yeah, because the one guy drugged a girl I knew and did bad things to her, and I kept trying to call him and talk to him about it, and he wouldn't talk to me about it. So one day I called him, and his mom answered, and I was like, hey, you want to have him talk to me? I keep trying to talk to him about that, and like, he keeps avoiding me, so they jumped me. I mean, it could be worse. I could have called the cops. I could have called the cops on him. Like, it's a really fucked up thing to do, so I don't know. I still thought that I was in the right. I just think that my buddy probably should have had my back. He smoked free weed with me for like 3 weeks before that too. But I do gotta go. I know I'm already in trouble for not going yet. But I'll write up some stuff, and hopefully I can talk to you next time. I'll definitely see you on Saturday. I'll try to get there really early.
Okay.
Yeah, when you say, like, what's the earliest you can show up?
Whenever you want. The fucking waiting room is always there.
Sure.
It's just a matter of, you know, when I get there, which is usually like around like 30 minutes early, usually.
Okay, 30 minutes early from the stated time, not when it actually starts, because we never know.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Baby, I can't appreciate it, or I can't tell you how much I appreciate you talking to me. I do apologize that I wasn't as prepared for you as I am for like literally almost everybody else I talk to. But yeah, thanks a lot. Thanks for getting me in touch with the other person. And hopefully I get to talk to you soon. I think this is going to be
no problem.
an asset for the project I'm working on. Well, all right, man. Take it easy.
All right. Have a good day.
You too. Okay. Wow. That's really cool. I can't believe I just got to talk to Baby for like over an hour. Where the fuck is the thing at? There it is.
Welcome back.
Down here. Sorry about that. Kind of. I got to talk to Baby.
You got to talk to Baby?
Yeah, the admin for Mr. Girl's Discord. And I found out he's only been on like any stream once before. And I really I'm working on like a cultivated video where like I'm gonna edit it and put things together and stuff. And
How do I need to respond over?
his input is pretty good for. It's gonna be really good for that.
Oh no. She got out. Get back. Get her. Yes, let's fucking go.
And then I'll grab Morgan. I didn't know. I didn't
I
set up.
just spawned
in-
over there if I wasn't dumb.
Wait, is Zach here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, Zach. He got back with me and said, yeah, I don't mind talking to you. That's fine. I was like, cool. Just let me know whenever you're available. And at like 5 something, he was like, I'm available to talk right now. I was like, wait, what? Okay. I was supposed to go grocery shopping, and I was like folding clothes when it happened, and I was like, oh man. I was like, all right, let me poop real quick, and then I can come there. And I just sort of had to shut over and do it. I'm sorry we weren't here last time, and I felt bad for being late, but like I can't not talk to baby.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
You think this version of Melania can get Scarlet Rot?
What do you mean a version of her?
Are you playing with the randomizer mod?
No.
Oh.
It's the second phase.
Yeah, what do you mean? Do we think there's a version of her that can?
He's talking the second phase.
Yeah, second phase.
No, she can't get routed.
Yes, you can. I just gave the first one, the first phase, but like I don't know if like while she's like this, if she can get it.
Oh, that's fucking stupid.
Everything can get Scarlet Rot, I think, except for the Elden Beast. It just
Um,
takes a lot more for certain people. Like
It's
it
like
took me
drowning
quite a
water
bit.
elemental.
Knights do not.
Is John here?
Interesting.
Oh,
No.
I think he's in the bathroom.
Oh,
But it might
I'd be
be. Am I in the
pooping.
bathroom? Someone's in there.
Oh,
oh.
John's awake.
I don't know.